Your way?
The Uncle Oscar Grant. And of course, on January 1st, 2009, many of you look like you're students here, or maybe in high school, or maybe just hanging out, I don't know. But
junior high.
You got a glimpse of what happened to Oscar. And what has happened to Oscar, as you know, is a flashpoint of what we see today that's happening all over this country. So I'm basically here to say what I've been saying for the past 6 years. What happened to Oscar was not an isolated situation. Oscar was shot on January 1st, 2009 at about 2:11 a.m. Ed O'Brien, 22 years old, black, shot on January 1st, 2009 at about 3:30 in the morning, 14 times in the back. And Robbie Tolan lived in Belvedere, Texas. Robbie Tolan, famous baseball player, also shot in the back on January 1st, 2009 at about, I believe it was 12:30 or 1:30 in the morning, all 22 years old, all black, all shot in the back. Robbie lived. It ended his baseball career. And they are still today in the criminal justice system trying to get justice. All those officers were exonerated that shot those young men in black, except for Johannes Bentley. But even Johannes Bentley was exonerated because, as you know, even though, because of you in the video, we were able to get the first officer in California state history arrested, charged, convicted, and sent to jail. He only did 11 months. So part of what allowed that to happen was the racist criminal justice system and judges that allowed that to happen. Because even though you came back with a guilty verdict on the gun enhancement charge, a minimum of 10 years, we knew that we had 12 years of him being in prison. Because the jury came back, you came back with a guilty verdict on involuntary manslaughter. We didn't like that. But you also came back with a guilty verdict because he killed him with a gun, and therefore the enhancement charge was going to apply, and it did. And that's how you felt. But Judge Robert Perry said he was extremely troubled and that he did not feel well about letting that stay, so he took it off the table. Reduced his time down to 2 years, gave him double time served, 2 days in jail, each day in jail, reduced it down to 11 months so he didn't have to go to prison. And this is the last statement he said to us, and we should be outraged about this. He said, my God, this is not about black and white. We just gave you a black president. This is what the judge said. And so what we see today happening ever since Obama been inaugurated, an escalation of black young men all across this country been getting killed left and right. Unprecedented in history. You know what I'm saying? With a black man in office. What this is going to take, I'm speaking to my white allies. You see these Black Lives Matter shirts wearing, or these shirts that I have on, you got to start wearing them. Because if you're really speaking to this issue, you got to show it by aligning with black people and letting the world know you're standing against this injustice around this country. This racism is real. If you're serious, you'll hear what I'm saying, and you'll do that because this visual is going to radiate across this country and allow other people like yourselves that are standing up for the justice of black people to begin to express it in such a way, as the young brother was just saying, you got to do something. I'm pained by this. White supremacy is real, racism is here, and if we fail, not me, but if you fail, let me speak to the black folks first. We are at a state of emergency. We are at a state of emergency. The very foundation of this country is hemorrhaging on Black Lives Matter. Your failure, all you students out here that are black and brown, your failure to take the leadership of this movement will put your babies' lives in the grave. Your failure to stand up and represent what they should have when it comes to freedom, justice, and equality will be doing a dishonor to them. You have a sincere obligation to speak to this very issue. You have a sincere obligation to make sure your friends and all those on your social network become involved. Because the only way this is going to change is going to take a mass movement of black folks.
That's right.
Supported by our white allies. We are at a state of emergency, and I can't keep saying that over and over and over. enough because it is real. Now, I don't know, did my young nephew, Brother Salih, speak? Not yet. Well, I'm going to introduce, and I'm sure Salih will follow up. We just got a report yesterday. Now, you hear this? I want to say this because this is talking about black lives. You hear a lot of talk about getting a vaccine shot. Now they want to make it a law that every family that have children get their children with a vaccine shot. Well, we just found out the Tuskegee experiment is being tested on us again.
Through the vaccines.
That vaccine increases children of color to become more autistic or more prone to become with autism than any other young babies of non-black in this world. So your babies, the state, the feds are going to tell you you got to get them vaccinated. And
it's a trick.
You don't get them vaccinated, they're going to tell you they can't go to school.
Put you in jail.
You know what that means? We got to start our own schools.
Come on.
We got to put them in our own schools. Do not let your babies be vaccinated. Because what you hear me say, you will hear more about it. It's coming. This is real. We are under attack in every dimension that we can think of. And if you fail to hear what I'm saying, think about your babies that are coming into the world. Because if we think we got it bad now, what kind of life will they have?
Talk about the church.
10/10/15, October the 10th, there is the 20th year anniversary of the Million Man March. This is to speak to the issue of justice for black folks across this country.
Or else.
Right. The title of this gathering in Washington, D.C. is called Justice or Else. But it's not just predicated on black folks coming. This is about for everyone that feel like injustices is happening across this country, specifically to black people, because we are the ones that are dying, but to others too, you need to come and support, because it's going to take a mass movement to say what we have to say to make the change real. I'm angry and in pain about this. My good friend Jordan Davis, or his father Ron Davis, the Loud Music, you remember that story? Yeah. And Michael Dunn just thought it was okay to just shoot at 4 young men in the car, killing one and almost killing the other 3 in the car. Racism is real. I'm going to tell you this. When Oscar was murdered, it was a white community call that said it was a black Latino gang fight. Every young black man that's been getting killed, it's been a white person calling the police saying they're doing something strange. Tamir Rice. We could go on with the names all across this country.
About the church.
You know, this is my hope and my prayer, especially to my white allies that are here, that are concerned, that are speaking to this. Start demonstrating, not just being at these rallies, but putting these shirts on, letting your family know that you care. Then your other white allies know that you care. In New York, we heard something very interesting that I thought was something. When a white pastor told us that it takes a white person that speaks to this to speak to white folks about getting involved. We need you to do that. Because this number here has to triple, double, and take up whole Berkeley and all across the United States in order for the change to happen. This system is by design on purposely killing us.
Talk about North Carolina. That's what we're here for. Jeez.
I'm trying to stay because it get really emotional. My wife wants me to talk a little bit about Charleston, what happened in that church. I'm very pained about it. So you talk because I get angry. So you come up here.
No.
I take a picture. Go ahead. Go ahead, B.
No.
Because you come on up here. You know, we travel this country dealing with these families on a regular, consistent basis, embracing them and loving them, just trying to help them find some way to get through this pain and this struggle. My friend just called and his son just got killed in Tahoe just on Tuesday. You know, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Greetings.
Assalamualaikum.
Let me say to all of the young people, you're so beautiful. Give yourself a round of applause, but I land down. We really admire you. I'm 52 years old. I just turned 52. I wasn't a lay down person when I was young, but a whole bunch of people my generation was, and so was the ones before. So you all, we really love you, and we're counting on you to not do what we did, not do what our ancestors did. Don't lay down. Bring that Nat Turner spirit back. That's my truth. You know what I'm saying? bring it all back. So learn the truth. Don't read about them, be about them. I'm just going to say briefly. The only reason I was saying that because I couldn't talk about it earlier, but as God would have it, I was so tired that he laid me down for a couple hours a day because I was overwhelmed by the shooting and the killing of those 9 people and all over the country. But it's a bigger sign. You need to look real deep into this, what happened. I'm sure Brother Sally can expound on it, but it's deeper than what you see. It's deeper than what you're feeling right now. This is so deep. But for us as a black people, wake up. Because it's a sign in it for us. It's a sign in it for us. Unite. And do what you have to do. And you know, one of the lessons you must learn, because I'm going to tell you this personally. I thank God for the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and this protection of us as a people. We have always had a security check. Always. It wasn't personal, but it was so that you could be secure. And we were always talked about by the church and why. All you going down there because they got a security. Guess what? You need it too. Because everything that Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught, every last one that's living will bear witness to that, living or dead. It's going to happen. So pay attention. Pay attention. Everybody don't love you. And stop thinking that. Everybody don't love you. You can love everybody if you want to. Okay? But everybody don't love you. So that's my feelings about this is that I'm proud of you. Stay busy. Stay in it. Remember, sometimes it's just us. Most times it's just us. So all the time it's just us. so unite and fight and stand up. It's okay. We're not talking. It's not in our nature to hate. If we hated white people, they would all be dead. They would have been dead for 450 years ago.
Teach.
Okay? If that was in us to hate white people, and we surely don't have in our heart what they have for us. So get off of that page, being guilty and all that. Just do your damn thing. Do a thing. All power to the people.
The young brother that was earlier really talked a lot about white supremacy. We have to understand the way white supremacy is really playing on the minds of those that are white when it comes to dealing with and having this relationship with black folks. And because many people are misunderstanding how white supremacy is working in a psychological way, we have all these types of killings that are taking place. That seem to be extremely strange, and I can go on about that, but what's really critical about that, if we do not unravel white supremacy, this system is going to fall apart. It's going to seriously fall apart, because you got to know what time it is, and where we at as black people in this country. So anyhow,
Say it loud.
yes. Say it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Say it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Say it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud.
What did Asada Shakur say?
Hey, it is our duty to fight for
It is our duty
to fight for our freedom.
freedom. It is our duty to
Win.
We must love each other and protect each other. We have nothing to lose but our shame.
Say it.
It is our duty to
Fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to
Win.
We have nothing to know.
We must love and protect each other.
We must love and protect each other. We have nothing to lose
But our shame.
We got to live by that.